3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Howdy, howdy. We're here. We're cool. I'm going to have to beep that immediately.
And we're drinking some beer.
Beer.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome.
We is back.
Episode 20, you all. Did you think we'd make it this long?
Let us know in the comments.
Speaking of, you guys should comment more. And you know what? I'm going to say this up top. Please subscribe. Share. If anything, just subscribe. It's just one button. Beep. Helps a lot. You can like it. You can comment. Engagement's good. But yeah, subscribe. Even if you don't watch the rest of this episode.
See, Will, or that
Caring
guy,
is
those
sharing.
two, we're all three of us, we have sad jobs. We're all cleaning up for the king and all that. So, we need the money.
Please get us out of this poverty. I don't know if this is going to be in my way the whole episode. Let's see if I can adjust this. Anyway, what are we going to get into today? You want to hit a clip real quick?
Yeah, let's hit a clip.
Yeah, let's tickle the funny bone before we jump into
Tickle the funny bone.
the serious academic stuff that we do every episode.
What do we got for clips? Sorry, I'm moving my mic out there in podcast land.
All right, we're going to start this one. It's from
That should be better. Yeah.
Earthquake.
Oh, yeah, before you push play. So this is just after that earthquake in Myanmar, and it hit parts of Thailand. And so these are just some clips that I pulled up because it was wild.
Stay strong, Miramar. We'll get through this.
Let's try this one.
Camera's kind of in the way. Look, it's the Buddhists. Look at that. The whole building came down. Poor dog.
He's okay.
They don't sound very zen, huh?
No.
Okay, the thing is...
Hard to be Bodhisattva-like when there's a freaking earthquake going on. Oh, I said the F word. Dang it. A freaking earthquake going on. My bad. I have to bleep that.
Okay, so first off, they're looking at this, and they're like, let me pull out my phone. This would make some good content on Instagram. I mean, I get recording it, but what do you think the thought process of, recording the whole thing is and posting it on Instagram?
I don't know.
To document it for the peeps and on the media socials.
Yeah, some people got to be doing it for just views.
Could be.
Some.
Those are the younger guys that are being Gen Z and recording it. The older monks are meditating right now. They didn't know there was an earthquake.
They're doing that thing where they can fly.
What do you call that? Is it astro projection?
That they do that.
Okay.
Astro projecting. But I mean,
I can do that.
There's this.
I don't want to, but I can.
The CIA still uses people who remote view.
Yeah.
What's that one guy's name? Ingrid, not Ingrid. He's the most famous astro projecting viewer there is.
I was gonna say Indrid Cole, but no, that's not.
The smiling man. No.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill me when I edit this because I know who I'm talking about. He's got an interesting name. Here, pull up the Google window.
We'll put a little boxer here with information about it.
I'm gonna kick myself in the behind and just Google famous remote viewer. Ingo Swann. That's the guy. You see him right there?
It looks like Jonathan Edwards, kind of.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Ingo Swann. He kind of invented the modern field of remote viewing. We could do a whole episode on that guy. He worked a lot with the spoon bender. What's the guy who bent the spoons, who was kind of a fraud, but was also a remote viewer? My brain. Whatever. Remote viewing.
Ghost Swan. Yeah, he looks like he's gonna rip people off at like a DoubleTree convention center.
Oh, before he died a couple years ago, that's definitely where his career ended. But he definitely did work with the CIA. They really did do remote viewing.
All right. Oh, guys, by the way, check it out. Got the producer cam in 240p. Or no.
That all came out of MK Ultra, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Trying to remote, other than torturing people with
4K.
Trying to brainwash people with psychedelics, whatever, and different substances.
But ADP. Got the producer cam in ADP.
And he insisted on having some. I can't say that word. It's not been 10 minutes.
Is a bad word.
Yeah, you can't say that within the first 10 minutes.
I thought she was smoking a Pall Mall.
Pall Mall?
No, she's smudging with sage.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah, she's smudging with sage. She's keeping the good juju.
I have this picture everywhere, so I had to put it on here. So
I said we got a couple pictures. He wants to make appearances. They'll hang with us for a little bit.
yeah, like
It's supposed to be Fatal Lunch themed.
Like
Super
this.
producer. You could have Bis Malaga in there. You could have Ann Monkey. You could have the Red 40 dude.
We're gonna have.
what's wrong with Gangsta SpongeBob and Osaka? Come on.
If he was at Willie's Chocolate Experience, I'd give it the thumbs up. But you know,
Dude, Osaka is... I can't even point. Osaka's and Gangsta SpongeBob are like the best pictures.
I can get behind Gangsta SpongeBob, but
he's IRA SpongeBob.
I don't know who Osaka is, where he or she is from. I assume it's anime.
She's autistic.
Isn't that a city in Japan, Osaka?
Osaka, Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were going to bomb that one, but the weather wasn't good, so we ended up going to...
I think we were going to bomb every city in Japan.
Yeah.
And
We did
and
bomb it. We did bomb every city in Japan.
We're like, no,
Well,
let's just
we're talking
bomb
about
98% of it. Yeah, that's all we got to do.
No, the reason we nuked... I just learned this, by the way. The reason we nuked Hiroshima and Nagasaki is because they were the only cities we didn't bomb during the raids.
Yeah, but they were going to nuke another one before
Kyoto?
Nagasaki. It was one of them, and the weather was bad, so they had like a last-minute rip and turn around. And
They were talking about, I think, bombing Kyoto, which would have been really, like, add insult to injury, because Kyoto's, like, a really famous historical city in Japan, and they have, like, a bunch of, like, architecture and, like, historical
it's all made out of wood.
stuff.
That's why the fire bombs were so
Well, yeah, same
successful.
with Tokyo was, like, all made out of wood. That's why it got wrecked by napalm, you know?
Oh, hey,
There's
ladies,
so many more people died from the fire bombings than the nukes. I mean,
Yeah.
than the A bomb. You know,
behind us, the board, I got a new addition. We got some Egyptian lore up there. I don't know exactly what it means. I have real papyrus from Egypt. You guys are probably going to get mad at me because I cut it up, but it was falling apart. It's like 50 years old. But, yeah, it's a hand-painted Egyptian papyrus. Father-in-law got it in Cairo in the 90s, and it was just sitting in the garage collecting dust, so you might see some more Egyptian. But I do have a gift for you, Will.
oh, you?
I have a gift.
Is it the pyramid text or the coffin text on papyrus?
No, this has to do with Vietnam.
Okay,
Go back to the Google window real quick.
that's all I have to say about the war in Vietnam.
So type in Fall of Saigon, which became Ho Chi Minh City, obviously.
Oh, there it is.
Fall of the House of Usher. That's a good E-Po.
April 30, 1975,
story.
the communists regained the capital of Vietnam, which at the time was Saigon. It became Ho Chi Minh City, named after, But I thought to help you, because we're doing Vietnam soon, to help you, I got you some study material.
Good.
I got you a newspaper from April 30, 1975.
Oh, wow.
When the fall of Saigon happened. Feel it. It's real. It's an actual...
It looks real.
I got it from an antique shop.
Wednesday, April 30th, 1975.
Yep.
The Herald Examiner.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to brush through this for the show.
And we have it sit in the background, but it's so delicate because it's from 75. I kind of opened it a little bit. It talks about the Indo-Chinese refugees we took in here in California during the time, because there was that we ended up going in and saving a bunch of them, of the refugees, and we brought them here to Los Angeles. See, like if you look on the back right here, those are kind of where the refugees were staged.
Wait, where's our boy?
Which one?
That picture of that
U.S.
guy.
It
faring
was up there next
refugees
to the computer.
in Thailand and Guam. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to thumb through this. Sweet. Thanks,
But
Goose.
I thought when we're done, it'll make a nice little Fall of Saigon surrender.
Where-
so we
wait,
can put
where
that-
was
we'll use it as a prop for the Vietnam ep. Vietnam ep coming down the pipe.
Yeah, where is the-
Fatal
not
Fanatic.
sure.
So stay tuned for that. Well, he doesn't have Irish currency.
And you'll have no idea what he's talking about because we just cut back.
Right.
But yeah, that newspaper was really cool. There's a bunch of cool vintage ones, but they get expensive real quick. That newspaper, take a guess how much it cost?
$80.
No, not that expensive. There were ones that expensive. That was $30.
Okay.
But there was some like RFK. They had pictures of him after he got shot.
Yeah.
They had the RFK, like his funeral, and they had that one was 120. But we all know what the Holy Grail newspaper is. If you had to guess, what do you think the Holy Grail is?
JFK being murked.
That's pretty good. That's number 2, in
9/11.
my opinion. Oh, I didn't even think about 9/11. No, the Roswell.
Oh yeah,
When the
that'd be
dude's holding the UFO pieces. See if you can find Roswell.
We'll do an app on
The
Roswell.
Holy Grail newspaper for me is a Titanic one.
Roswell newspaper.
We could get the Titanic 2 newspaper of like the submersible
Don't you
being,
hate
you
when
know,
it just
imploding.
goes to caps?
It got caps lock on. So yeah,
We'll do an
there
app
it
on
is.
we'll do an app on Roswell. We know like
I learned
1,000 people that have done EPs on it already.
Yeah, I want that one so bad.
You can look on eBay.
We can do it real quick if you want. The only thing I learned a couple things about Roswell. I listened to a dude do a deep dive. It really probably wasn't a UFO after all, and I hate admitting it. It probably was some hinky military stuff, but a lot of the witnesses, they weren't interviewed until the 90s.
Yeah.
And a lot of their memories aren't good. A lot of them were already dead. But then there's some weird... I'll have to blur those emails.
There's a couple high-ranking like
that
military officials that did give interviews, right? Like not too long after the
Yeah,
event, and then
yeah,
it kind
so
of got
that's
suppressed, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't until like 94 that it kind of resurfaced, but
Wait, I thought like didn't it get like it was big news for like a year or 6 months, and then it just disappeared.
In Roswell.
It just dropped off the radar. And then kind of when Project Blue Book came around, it regained some traction, and then people were like reporters were interested in going back and like interviewing people.
yeah, but I think that famous newspaper is a local Roswell newspaper. I don't think it really made the stir that we think it did. Like I said, I listened to this deep dive. I'm trying to think of who it was. It was 47, I think is when it was.
Well, I think the problem is if anything did happen at Roswell, I think the problem is that like 30 or 40 years of like it inspired a bunch of like fictional stories and like comic books and stuff,
It was
and a
about-
bunch of like
Yeah.
you know. And so,
And by the way-
you have to sift through all that to get through what really
That's
happened.
not even the biggest crash that happened in that area. Not too far from there was another quote-unquote UFO crash. I can't think of what the site was called, but people have gone out there because it was so forgotten. People gone out there with metal detectors and found mystery metal laying around.
Yeah. Well, there were like nuclear bomb tests out there, right? There had to have been. Like,
Not there near the Trinity sites.
yeah.
Where were the Trinity sites? That
Well,
was
I mean, Roswell's not too far from like Nevada, where they were doing like the most of the
Trinity
A-bomb
sites in
tests.
Nevada. You can actually, if you go to Google Maps, you can put Trinity sites in, and you can see where the.
Nobody's even selling it.
I know. I told you that's like my holy grail is get one of those original Roswell newspapers. See, I wonder what. Look up New York Times. No, well, let's get sidetracked. New York Times 9/11 newspaper. That one's got to be pretty wild too. We got to get a 9/11 newspaper.
We'll get W with a megaphone, being like, "The people who knock these buildings down can hear you because I'm right here and talking, and I knocked them down.
I would. I
And
think.
I can hear
Never
myself."
forget.
I think this one might be a little less rare than the Roswell one.
Just hit images.
Is this what it looked like?
Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, that's it. U.S. attacked. That's like one of the.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's.
I want that.
That one's pretty sick. I wonder how much one of those.
Yeah,
are.
we should get that.
We have the L.A. Times, right?
We have the L.A. Times out here, yeah. But you got to get the New York Times version of it. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
Wonder if you ripped that on eBay, see how much that cost.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Just copy and paste that into eBay.
this.
No, copy and paste what you typed into Google.
Oh yeah, I love
A creeping horror. That's a good title.
eBay. It's like one of my favorite.
I buy a lot of video games off eBay.
Come
Hey,
on.
I just went back and started playing Mass Effect again.
Which one?
Number one, I bought
okay.
the Legendary
Oh, I-
pack, and so I've got all three, and I'm starting at one.
The OG one, the original one.
It's such a good game. I'm not a
Yeah.
huge video game person.
They put a lot of time and effort and
That's the thing.
dumped so much into that game, like so much creativity and like just extra stuff to do.
I found a glitch, like an infinite money glitch, which is awesome. Where I'm not going to nerd out too much.
Whoa!
700 for that very rare
$700.
original, 50 for an original.
It's probably the condition probably matters too. If you get one that has like some water damage, it's less valuable. If you get one that's like pristine,
Go
that's like
up.
laminated, it's probably worth more.
Right there, that one for 179. Click that one. That might be the one.
Yeah. We gotta keep this just in case.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dude, we got to get our hands on that bad boy.
We will. You know what would be probably not like my favorite one, but one I should definitely get because it's just in my wheelhouse would be GDOF being overthrown.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Gaddafi being
That's not a
overthrown,
bad
yeah.
one.
Dude,
That's not a bad one, huh?
look at what pops up on Google now. Or
Green beans.
Bing. Look at it. This is the newspaper we were just looking at.
Soylent
Oh,
Green.
yeah, look at there it is.
Dude.
How crazy. They're listening.
Yeah, they're turning the frogs.
No way. Look right in the middle. Complex life forms may have existed 1.5 billion years earlier. That's the Edicarian. That's what we were talking about also last ep.
You know, for this ep, I was going to actually like talk about it, but maybe we'll do that for another ep.
I want to do a full deep dive because it's very interesting.
I
Want to show us one of Will's?
It was just like what were some of the life forms that were
I can't remember
on
the names
Earth
right
during
now.
the Edicarian?
They were all threefold symmetry, weird, almost blob-like things. I'll put together. You know what? That'll be next week's episode. I'll put together a nice deep dive. I'll get us 1 hour of content on the Edicarian.
I feel like there was probably like ETs put robotic koalas that was their job to terraform the Earth to make it more so they could put more complex life forms on Earth. The ET put robotic koalas, and then that's how we got to the Cambrian like 500 million years later.
Have you seen how scary koalas are when they're wet?
I imagine it just looked like a pissed off like mini grizzly bear.
JMO, pull it up, wet koala.
Neurodivergent ADHD tangent. Here we go. No one took their Stratera today, so we can't stay focused. Are you kidding me?
like this. I don't know why people are so afraid of this. This looks goofy. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I told you the wet koalas are a thing.
Aren't koalas actually pretty mean?
They sleep 20 hours a day or something crazy like that, but they do not like to be jostled. They will bite. And I think they all have like herpes or syphilis.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard koalas are they're cute but mean people.
Scroll through some of those
Well, don't
pictures.
they eat their poo, right?
The
Or they
babies
re-eat their poo to get more like nutrition from it or something?
The babies eat the poo because koalas are so genetically screwed up. They literally can't eat anything but those leaves. But the leaves are so toxic, baby koalas can't eat the leaves yet.
Wait,
so
what
they
the
have
hell?
to eat the poop.
Wait, hold on.
What's more messed up, koalas or sloths? Genetically.
Koalas.
Wait, let me go see what this threat is. It's telling me
Hold
there's a bad website. All right, Beck.
What was I going to say?
Yeah, sloths.
Oh.
Sloths actually have a huge legacy on Earth. They were giant sloths. They were on most continents. Actually, Lake Forest, California, not too far from here. Remember, we used to go to Deuce Goose and fish.
Yeah.
The next park over has a concrete giant sloth because just under that park, when they were getting ready to build that park in the 90s, they found
look like.
they found the remains of a bunch of prehistoric dead giant sloths.
Where did I end up?
I don't know.
Aren't sloths also kind of mean?
I don't think they're mean. They're slow, cute. They get eaten by eagles
They have crazy claws.
And jaguars, I think.
and jaguars.
Sloths have their claws are giant.
Sloth.
It's a sloth. The sloth's a sloth. For a sloth, the sloth's well, a sloth. How does a sloth, the sloth, nibbles a few leaves?
Yeah, that's a wet koala.
And probably Guatemalan aboriginals.
I'm such an
So
idiot.
koalas are they're like mogwai, right? They're chill. They like to hang out in the tree and get a buzz off
I am
eucalyptus
off
leaves.
today.
Then when you get them wet, they turn into gremlins. Kind of.
I think they're just always gremlins. They just look cute. But do you want to do one of Willie's Instagram clips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what articles.
Well, and hey, they have Australian genetics, so they got everything in Australia is mean.
oh,
you know?
yeah. They're just spider venom and freaking Foster's beer going. Yes, I said Australians drink Foster's.
I think we've all been waiting for this one.
All right, let me run this clip.
Where am I? I am out of the game. I'm sorry, but
Well, we took 2 weeks off after coming back after a couple months, so we're a little rusty.
This is spring training. This is Fatal Lunch spring training right now. So
Yeah, but we cut it all out. There you go.
Is opening
Bear with us,
card
folks.
packs in Pokemon halal? If you mean that you buy them for money, and you don't know what is inside, it could be any of these Pokemons. This is forbidden and it is gharar. But if it is in a video game, for example, and they are for free and you open them, then inshallah azza wa jal, it is allowed and staying away from it is better. Nah.
So what if the Pokemon
and Pokemon
what if that Pokemon card pack you got was free?
It's also halal.
I'm just curious.
What if the Pokemon are dressed up like historical caliphs from Islam? Then then they wouldn't be halal. Then they'd be legit, right?
Yeah.
So you get like an Abu Bakr Pikachu.
I got so
It's got
many
a giant like crescent sword. It's
I've
got
got-
blood on it.
so many going through my head. I'm not gonna say. I more easily say Pikachu. I bet you there's an image of Pikachu online.
There's got to be.
You know what to do. Pull it up, JMO.
He's like managing a hedge fund. It's like shorting, it's like shorting the stock market.
Pikachu, use shekel attack. By the way, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm joking about this.
Oh, there's
No,
so
no, no.
much.
You're
No
not
way,
anti-Semitic.
There's so much.
We'll just make fun of everything, anyone and everyone. I know. Thank you, Internet. The Internet is undefeated. Yet again.
What's my favorite? No. I like
Wow.
this one a lot.
It looks like it's airbrushed on like a t-shirt. Oh, man.
He's got the Tefillin and everything, too.
Dude, did you see the one just under it? Look at the one just under it to the right. Go to the right one. The other
This one?
that's the left. The other way. Right there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Click
yeah, it's
it.
right here.
Pikachu.
Oh my God! Read it.
Oh, wow. Well, this will be cut. This will get us demonetized.
It's going to be blurred for sure. Be blurred. Oh my God! Do you notice that the anti-Semitism online is through the roof since Cheeto got elected? I don't know if it's my algorithm. Well, just the horrible racist reels that have come through. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
Some of
okay.
those we can't show. Some of those we can't show.
Oh jeez.
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. I don't really want to get into. I don't want to get too political on the show.
Wait, go up.
We're just trying to have a fun.
Right in the middle, not the one with the curly hair, but the tank top next to it.
Is there Jewish
Click
Kirby?
that.
I saw Jewish Kirby.
What is that whole? It's on the. Go back. You had it. Click it. Now go to the bottom left. There's a full size image. Down, left. No. There's a full size already.
Hold on.
Do you see it right there? Yeah.
I would love this if it wasn't a tank top.
It's actually kind of cool, dude. What are the curls?
I think they're called. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're called Tefillin. They mimic like Eastern European Jews dressed like that in like the 1600s and the 1700s, and that's the real like Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, I know that.
Still dressed like
Somebody told me it's because they study so much that they curl. Like when they're studying the Torah,
Yeah.
they curl it. If that's wrong and racist, that's just what somebody told me.
that. No, it's
And I'm
just
sorry.
it's just their style of dress from like the Hasidic Jews. Like they dress like that.
What is the coolest looking ancient person? Like, is it the Orthodox are pretty cool looking, but what about like Egyptian pharaohs are pretty sick looking? But then you can't beat the
Well, the
toga.
Orthodox aren't that old. Like the Eastern European Jewish look is
Roman
not, it only goes
emperors.
back to like the Middle Ages.
It's-
Like the Jews in antiquity look more like the Pharisees and the Sadducees and stuff, and they have the temple gear
It's
and
hard.
like robe and like the Uman and the Thuman and stuff, and like the chest plate with all the jewels in it,
Yeah,
and like kind of the
you
Pope
can
looking
pull that
hat.
off the screen by the
Yeah,
way.
that's like that goes way back to like biblical times when when they were like
But how do you beat? Go ahead.
No, I say it's hard to beat a Roman emperor.
It's so leisurely looking and so cozy. What about the big fur hat when you get married? The Orthodox, the big fur hat. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Looks almost like
it's an Eastern European thing.
You can see him. If there's a district in LA, downtown LA, you'll see him walking around with the hats. I think it's cool looking. I don't think it's practical if you got a foot chase.
I think
Pikachu, you use a Ponzi scheme bolt now.
I think the lamest, the worst looking people are like old British kings.
Those are bad. Any of the what's the jaw?
Habsburg.
Yeah, like the Habsburgs. Those are bad. But what's the coolest looking? Like, what's the coolest? Well, this sucks that it comes on the tail of looking at Pikachu, but the uniforms are pretty good.
I like the Red Guard uniforms. The Red Guard looks...
Who's the Red Guard? The Russians?
Those... No, I'm talking about Chinese Red Guards.
Oh.
Oh.
Pull it up,
I
J-Mo.
was thinking like Republican Guard from like Iraq Special Forces. I don't know. I think just like the classic like Spartan and like Athenian helmets, those are pretty cool. Like the bronze helmets with like the red like I know it's kind of basic because they're so it's such a like a recognizable historical image.
Those, I like their outfits. They're kind of plain.
That's like the Mao outfit.
How
from like the
much trouble do we get in if we wear that? It's not stolen valor because we're not
stolen valor.
I've seen people dress like this in Halloween. I mean, these aren't really like Nazis or...
No, they're communists.
I would love to visit China, but I'm afraid I'm going to say something. It would almost be a badge of honor if we were like not allowed to go there, though.
You know, people still like respect this too. I heard. Like,
I wonder what that material is because China can get pretty muggy and hot.
Oh yeah, in the summertime.
But that's just the formal wear, right? That's not what they go out in the field in, right? That's just their formal.
You
dress.
really think Mao Zedong gives a crap if it's hot and they're wearing this uniform?
Listen, Mao Zedong is misunderstood.
Oh yeah, never mind. He was
misunderstood.
Great,
okay, and right now there's a Chinese flag and the anthem right over your face as we speak. Palette. This is what happens when you badmouth. There it is.
China's beautiful. There's a bunch
it.
of awesome places in China I'd like to visit.
Places that we don't even know about because there's not a lot of. You know what they do have in China that's crazy that they're just opening up in the Western world? The dinosaur fossils they have over there.
I love this art. It's so cool.
It is pretty cool.
I love classic Red Guard. I love Red Guards. I'm like very into Red Guards. They're so cool. Or not cool, but cool.
There's that flag and the anthem again. You just got yourself another one, buddy.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Got you.
Oh, you know what? You know, I'm definitely getting this for the show. We were talking about historical flex gear. The Bismarck German Kaiser helmet. I kind of want to get.
That's the one with the pointy.
Yeah, it's got like
that's World War I Germany, right?
Yeah,
we can still kind of appreciate those Germans, right?
It's got the spike on it, and it's just blinged out. It's pretty cool.
You're just gonna get a bunch of nerdy Star Wars stuff. And yeah, I said Star Wars is nerdy. Come at me.
I hate Star Wars.
I got no problem with it. I just never got into it. I like the
original trilogy and the there's one good Star Wars movie that came out that's like.
You know what? I'm going on record because I want to feel like being a contrarian. I like the one with little baby Anakin pod racing. What's that one called?
That's the first one. That's like the prequel, the first prequel,
yeah,
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I like pull me up on wide, real quick.
That movie had a lot of potential. It just never quite
Hold on.
Delivered.
Give me a sec. The Phantom Menace is the best Star Wars movie. You can't change my mind. You're punched in really close to my face, and I'm just letting you know. Phantom Menace was the best Star Wars. And that's not even my opinion. That's just objective truth.
It's The Empire Strikes Back, but we won't go into that. That's the best Star Wars movie.
Actually, that movie does slap. I like A New Hope too.
New Hope's great. It's just Empire just.
But the Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks was hands down the best Sith. People don't know he was a Sith. He was a Sith, or was he a Jedi? No, he was a Sith. I'm just gonna say that too.
You're just flat out trying to be different. I hate Star Wars and don't even watch Star Wars. And no, Jar Jar Binks is like the worst character.
That crack must be good. Jar Jar brought context, color, contour. He brought life to an otherwise lifeless plot.
Nobody likes Jar Jar.
The Phantom Menace and Jar Jar Binks and the Clone Wars are the best Star Wars products they've ever put out.
Hear me out. I'm gonna get on my face.
What's the movie called where the rebels steal the Death Star plans? They all get martyred.
All Star Wars.
It's a newer Star Wars movie. That one's good. I can't think of the name of it. We'll put the title right here. That's like that and the original trilogy are the only good Star Wars movies.
Star Wars are just nerdy war movies. They are. I've seen all of them and they all suck.
Do me a favor. Move that cable up, so it's not in your face. We might have to give you a zip tie or something. If you can't get it, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it for next time.
Well, Mayor, for the longest time, no one liked science fiction except for nerds, and I think Star Wars and Star Trek helped get science fiction into the mainstream.
Oh, there I am. Hey, to be fair, Star Wars did bring sort of science fiction more mainstream, but it wasn't the old Star Wars. It was the new ones. Think about it. 1999 Phantom Menace, there were lines around the block.
Oh my. Okay, we're gonna have to. I'm sorry, I'm doing so bad today.
Well,
Holy
yeah,
crap.
but why were there lines around the block? That's because the original trilogy blew up and was super popular and was like a world-shattering event.
Sci-fi had pretty much died down since then.
Yeah.
And then we can also say something that's kind of hard to say too. Marvel really breathed life into that too, from the first Iron Man on.
I have a bias with Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't think they're better.
I like some of the Marvel movies, but they kind of oversaturated superhero movies.
They just gone to shit
for everyone.
They gone to shit now. Like it's all just garbage now. Marvel.
The only one I liked was Black Widow. Is that the bad one? What was the bad one?
I like Scarlett Johansson.
You cannot.
Running around in a cat suit. I'm all about that.
What's the bad? The one that everybody hated. It's like the lowest rated Marvel.
Madam Web 2024.
Woman with Halle Berry, but
I'm talking about the new ones. I think it's Black Widow. It's something Red Widow, White Widow. I don't remember, but that one got like pummeled. People hated it.
Yeah, Black Widow. That's Scarlett
tell
Johansson's character, I think.
You cannot tell me you did not like Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame was great. I'm not like a movie guy. My opinion, I'll walk back a few things. Doesn't really matter because I'm not like the cinematography's great, the story's great. If the movie's good to me, movie's good to me. I'll watch anything. That Left Behind movie we watched that one night is a freaking cinematic masterpiece to me. So, I like some of the Marvel stuff. People are like,
I think everybody's seen Endgame. If you ask like anybody on the street, though, like I think 99% of the answers will be yes. I've seen Endgame.
What would my favorite Marvel movie? Probably Endgame was my favorite of the Marvel movies I saw.
Do you remember the Phantom movie that came out in like the 90s?
Age of Ultron.
Boom! Right on my fingers, the Phantom's ring.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
I had that ring. Big Phantom fan.
I saw that movie with my old man in theaters in like the mid 90s, and
I remember.
It just popped in my head right now.
I remember nothing about it. Did you know that Blade is a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
In the original Blade trilogy, I loved it. The first Blade is the best of them, in my opinion. Steven Dorff, come on.
I loved Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was such an immaculate movie. I remember you took us to see it, and you took me to see it in the theaters.
Oh yeah.
When I was
that
just
was
a
good.
little guy.
Yeah, that was good.
Didn't Josh Whedon do that? The dude who did Buffy and
I know movies just that little that I should get better. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, announcing it here. I am doing another podcast called Spoiled. I think I've mentioned it before, where I'm going to have people come on and spoil things I've never seen. I've never watched Breaking Bad. I've never seen what's that motorcycle one everybody loved? Sons of Anarchy. I watched 3 seasons of Game of Thrones.
I've seen 5 minutes of the first episode, and then I never watched another Game of Thrones episode.
It was good. I liked it. I just didn't have the patience.
Honestly,
so
people love it. I'm
making a podcast for people like me who want to know these pop culture references, who want to know what it's about, but just don't have the time or patience.
No, you got to watch Breaking Bad. That's something you got to watch.
Everybody who likes it tells me the same thing.
Everybody who likes it, so everybody who's seen Breaking Bad.
I'm sure it's good. Maybe you can be the spoiler. Maybe you can come on and do like a 2-part with me and tell me all about it.
I don't even like crappy. I don't even like movie or shows, like serious shows like that or anything, but I love Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Never gonna watch
I was
it
more
again,
of a Better Call Saul guy.
You didn't?
But no, I understand some of these references, but I've just not. I came to the part of my life I realized I'm probably just not going to go and watch these things.
I know this is about to piss some people off due to the recent allegations, but my favorite show will always remain Impractical Jokers.
Joe Gatto's not even part of them anymore, so it doesn't matter.
I know, but he was the best one.
You liked that? I liked Sal Vulcano.
You never even watched it.
No,
though.
I know them. See, this is why I don't know anything.
We're gonna watch
things.
tonight. We are gonna go downstairs. We're gonna watch a couple episodes of Impractical Jokers.
Okay, cook up the best skits because I don't know if I've. Well, we could even do it here.
We should watch like classic movies like Lawrence of Arabia and like Ben-Hur.
See, I like Ben-Hur rocks. I like that movie. Cool Hand Luke, love that movie.
And like Spartacus.
But
Cool Hand Luke's great.
But I'm also not one of those dudes that are like that was real cinema. I don't make them like they used to. I'm sorry, but cameras are way better today. Lighting, script, acting,
and movies.
There was like 4 good actors up until like 1998, and they were in everything because they were the only good actors. You know what I mean? Now acting is so good that you can get a cheap TV show and be like, this show sucked, but that actor was really good. I'm pissing off a lot of people.
Yeah, Lawrence
And
Arabia
this
is
coming
supposed
from
to have like the best cinematography. Just supposed
Also-
to be like watching a portrait, a living portrait.
I watched it, and didn't a bunch of people? No. The movie was the Noah's Ark movie when they had that flood scene. It killed like
The new-
15. No, the original Noah's
Oh,
Ark.
I don't think I've seen. Are you
They-
talking about the Ten Commandments?
Maybe it was. Look,
Okay, I don't think there's a Noah's Ark movie like from the '60s.
What are we going to call him instead of JMO? We don't want to rip off Joe Rogan. Palido. P.O. Pull up a flood scene
Rojogan.
that killed people. Classic movie. You can actually see it. And I don't think the movie got released. Or it did, and they just left a scene in, and you can just watch. They dumped like 500,000 gallons of water on a movie set on people, and people are just getting washed away. Yeah.
Oh, did you ever see?
Is it from?
Great movie.
Was it Noah's Ark?
Was it Dolores Costello's Noah's Ark?
I believe that was it.
Okay, maybe maybe there was one. I just don't know about it.
Pull up. You can find the clips. You can find the clips. Pull up our Google Cam real quick, and maybe we'll play a clip.
Did you ever see the? Did you ever see
Our crow episode didn't get hit.
Nice.
So now I know how to kind of play.
That is an amazing
Is
movie.
it
The
from
original.
1928?
And
Yes. I still need to see The Crow. I remember I fell asleep during it.
Oh crap! Oh no!
Is this the flood scene, or is this just a
The whole
preview?
movie. Let's see if I
It's
can.
the whole movie. We're gonna dance around a little bit here. Since
Nice.
it's
It's
on
got-
YouTube, I shouldn't get copy strike for this. They don't make them like they used to. They just don't.
I mean, they spent a shit ton of money on all these props though.
Yeah, here comes
all
the-
all the costumes.
Oh, this was the most expensive movie up until this point, I believe. I'm gonna be that guy for Halloween. I'm also sure he's in brown face too. We have no idea if this is if life was even like back
It's
then.
exactly like what life was like.
I think most of these animals died in the flood scene. Well, a bunch of animals. I shouldn't say these ones.
Please tell me there's a Tasmanian. They saved the Tasmanian tigers.
All right, scrub forward a little bit. Let's see if we can get to when the floodgates actually open.
Is this supposed to
Oh
be?
yeah. This might be it.
Is this supposed to be Atlantis, like crumbling?
No, this is Egypt. Remember?
Okay.
There's the flood scene. So they ended up just pouring a bunch of water on people in real life, and it broke arms and legs. It's actually swept people away. Look at that.
I don't know why, but
What
this
you're
looks,
seeing, that's really happening to those people.
That
They
guy
were-
got rocked.
a lot concussions, broken arms, broken legs,
Despite what you're saying, this looks like a lot of fun. I don't know why.
like a wave pool.
Yeah.
These people are getting wiped. Not the mistress.
That girl definitely got injured.
All right, I think we've seen enough. Let's get into the lore.
On everything, Japheth didn't survive. On everything. Alright.
1928, huh?
Yeah.
So what did you want to look
Just
up?
see like the Noah's Ark flood scene. Noah's Ark flood scene, and there should be like a Wicca or something we can read.
Yeah, I didn't know they made a 1920s Noah's Ark movie.
Deaths. There's just deaths right there. Or flood scene. It's one of the first ones. Yeah.
Wait, deaths?
Yeah.
We should, or no, yeah, let's do flood scene.
Florida. See if there's a wiki. Yeah, right there. In the movie Noah's Ark, filmed in 1928, the flood scene at the movie's climax was created by actually dumping 600,000 gallons of water onto the set. 3 extras drowned and many suffered broken bones. This led to the introduction of the safety regulations for the movie stunts in 1929.
Bro.
And they left those scenes in.
And only for a 3.2 out of 5.
Well,
Where did they get
actually not
the
bad.
600,000 gallons of water?
I don't know. Maybe we'd do a documentary.
They just have like water trucks there, just and they were like
Well,
It's got to be something like that.
no,
squirting
Will,
everyone with like high pressure like hoses and stuff.
Will, the thing is that it was actually God. He was on set because he was happy they were making a movie about him, so he decided to dump it himself.
Yeah. You just said, I just dumped out one of his cups.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that people were actually injured during that scene. What led us into that conversation?
I don't know.
Hit us with the clip.
Yeah.
And what's our time right now?
We are at 48 minutes.
Oh,
Well,
we're cooking.
the Wizard of Oz, which was made not too long after this, there was a bunch of injuries and like controversy about that movie and like
The snow-
actors getting jacked up and
The
hurt.
snow was made out of asbestos.
Well, you mean it's realistic though?
Dude, I
we
could
don't
just
have-
I could
Breathe in
use the
carcinogens.
browser shot.
Yeah, do that one with the dudes in the hotel.
Dude, this one?
No, no, not that one. Yeah.
But it's an earthquake! Are you serious? Bro, what the is dead? Oh, I'm dead. Why you? No, I'm dead! What the is dead? No, bro, this... Oh! Shit. No, you gotta die! No, this shit... Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
It's real serious.
What's going on? Why you laughing? No, I'm dead ass! I don't know! Hold on, gang! Jalen? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! We gotta go! Let's get out! We gotta go! We got stairs! Oh! No! Oh my gosh! No! Hey! No! Oh shit! What the fuck?
They're like so scared.
Where are we going?
I would be scared too, man. It's terrifying.
My question is, why are they waiting in the room when they could be running out?
I think they're just paralyzed by fear. I think they're just literally paralyzed by fear.
We want to be under like a door frame, right, until the earthquake's over. Then you want to like get out of Dodge as quick as
While
possible.
we check this clip sent by Will. Also,
Why are Pokemon and natural disasters seem to be the two themes of this show?
That's pretty good. Roll up. What else? See what I sent you real quick.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this one's funny. Click that. See where it sends you. So, pause it for a sec. So this clip caught my eye because they're extracting gold from used electronics. Obviously, it's our e-waste we just dump overseas, be it the Philippines, Bangladesh, wherever we send it. But the way that this guy's extracting the gold, all right, go ahead and play it. Anybody out there that's into sort of chemistry and stuff will know the moment that you go, oh, this guy's not long for this earth.
How much gold do you get out of a motherboard or a platinum or whatever's in there?
It's all gold coating. You got to get the coating off, but you'll get a bead. So that's all that's it. That's all the metal, all the gold. It's not all gold. It's all obviously coated metals. So first you got to melt it.
It's like a lot of work just to get like a sliver of gold.
It's not even just how much work it is, just the process. Has a couple steps where you're like, So now they got their puck. Their puck is kind of dirty. It's not pure. That's probably gold, cobalt, iron. Nickel. So now you gotta separate the gold from the other metals.
No gloves.
So far, not that bad, though. Now we have some sort of fuming liquid. That's probably aqua regia, which is hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid.
It's like antifreeze.
And it's blue because that's copper coming out in solution. No gloves. We're talking serious chemicals right now. Look, it's fuming when you pour it. Doubt there's a respirator in sight. OSHA would be dying right now.
I forgot what OSHA is.
I don't think they have OSHA in Miramar
Occupational Safety Hazard Administration.
or Thailand. Wherever
So that's
it is.
what gold kind of looks like when it's been extracted to its like purest form. It's kind of a dark color. And now they're going to remelt it. But those chemicals, no gloves, no respirators. So now you're doing your final melt. There's probably still going to be some lead or mercury in it, but it'll be relatively pure. That's probably 2 days worth of work, by the way, so far, if not more. Got some flux. Nice. There you go. That's your bead of gold. You can pause it.
And how much
First
is
of
that
all,
worth? Like
That bead of gold?
$15?
No, it'd be worth more, but not like maybe a couple $100.
Depends how much gold is in it.
Yeah, well, it'd be relatively pure at that point because of the acids they use.
Yeah.
Aqua Regia is a mixture of two acids because gold, platinum, any of those sort of higher up metals, they don't melt like other metals do in acids. They're pretty resistant, pretty corrosive resistant. But they discovered that if you mix these two and make Aqua Regia, you can essentially melt gold.
Yeah. An ounce of gold right now is going through the roof. An ounce of gold is like $3,100. So
Yeah,
if they have like half an ounce of that, they got $1,500 right there. You know,
that's probably up there. But I just thought it was crazy. No gloves. They're just burning plastic. They're using highly corrosive chemicals in sandals.
Yeah.
Just, I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, they're gonna get jacked up from all the fumes and stuff.
3 years of that, and they're gonna have emphysema, if that. But do you want to peek at your articles?
Yeah. Okay. Unsolved Fatal Lunch Mysteries update. Okay, so we talked about the great cheese heist of 24, which happened in the UK.
Wait, is that on my computer, or are you going to read it?
Did you send it to him?
Yeah, I sent him the article.
Okay.
I'm going to read like 2 paragraphs, and then we'll go to something else. Okay, so there was an update, Goose, in the great cheese heist of 24 that happened in the UK, and
yeah, and let me remember, I predicted that it was going to go to like Dubai or something like that, but
I found it.
All right, throw it up on.
It's like I'm gonna read like just two paragraphs.
Go to the top. Let's see.
Okay. Authorities in London have arrested a 63-year-old man in connection with the cheese heist of 2024, in which tens of thousands of pounds of high-value cheddar were stolen from a major distributor. London-based retailer and cheesemaker Neil's Yard Dairy said it learned on Wednesday that a suspect was in custody. The Metropolitan Police
Scroll down and see if Jamie Oliver made a post about it.
confirmed to NPR that a man was detained on suspicion of fraud by false representation and handling stolen goods. The man was taken to a South London police station where he was
the mouse does this.
Where he was questioned. He has since been bailed pending further inquiries, a police spokesperson
Jamie Oliver
said.
And did they release a name, a picture, any description of this guy?
No, they didn't. So he received stolen goods. He had some stolen cheese on him, yeah. And so they questioned him, and he was charged with that, and then they released him on bail, and then he'll have a court date. But they haven't got the major.
Is that the stolen cheese right there under that guy? Did he get it back? Is he stoked?
I think that's just a picture of some of the cheese they made, but it's not the culprit.
Look at what's on this ad we got. We got the newspaper.
Yeah.
So that's the update.
So they got one guy who got
They got one guy who had some stolen cheese. And then they questioned him, and they probably didn't get a lot of leads. They haven't got the main
culprit.
Main culprit, yeah.
I'm still saying it's going to like fancy restaurants in like Dubai or France or something. What?
What is this?
What?
I'll have to edit palette.
This is it's quite nasty. I was about to point out I saw like 9/11 newspaper and then right next to it.
So anyways, that's the update on them.
Then whatever. Pull up the other.
We'll keep our ear open for more updates, and if we hear anything,
2024.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Cheese heist 2024. Cheese watch. We'll call it cheese watch.
Cheese watch. Yeah. So we have our finger on the pulse here of the cheese heist, and we'll give you more information. Don't go to CNN or other fake news. You go to Fatal Lunch Podcast
FLN,
if you want
Fatal Lunch Network.
Yeah, you want the breaking news on the cheese heist.
Cheese watch 24.
All right, let's go. I don't see. I saw 9/11 newspaper and then a Teto plush. That was.
All right, fellas. You want another article, or you want some more funny clips?
Interesting juxtaposition or whatever.
What do you have any more clips? I sent him just earthquake stuff. I didn't really prep too many clips this week. Do you have any other funny clips from Will Palette?
Probably.
I think there's 2 left. That's that one right there. The one with kind of the bloody shirt.
This one?
That's Kali.
What the hell?
It's Kali. It's like the Hindu goddess of death. We'll talk about her in a future episode.
Go up to the bloody shirt.
I don't have material on her right now though.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, there. So I thought this was entertaining. This could happen.
Wow, she's got an arm. Pause it.
I love old horror movies, man.
They're the best. Where'd the ball go? how it feels to chew 5 gum.
Wait, let's see that.
Do you remember
Yeah,
the
the ball's
old?
gone.
Do you remember the actress who was like the old lady, like a villain from the Goonies?
Yeah.
That's who that looks like. I wonder if
She
that's
does.
it's the same actress. I'll have to look that up. But
The scene
anyways.
is iconic. BB, I love this movie.
I love old like horror movies from the 60s and 70s. They're amazing. I mean, that might be the 70s or the 80s. I don't know.
Nah. They just
I think
don't make them like they used to.
They don't make them like they used to.
All right, are we gonna?
Because
See
they
what
used
articles you have loaded up over there. Pull them
they
up
used
on screen.
animatronics and actual props and stuff, and they didn't use CGI. They didn't CGI everything to death when it looks
No.
fake and stupid.
I have this one.
Which one is that?
I think there's one more like funny clip.
Mass sacrifice.
Oh, this is the article. I can talk about these if you guys want.
I also have 10 weird unsettling creatures from age.
Oh, that one's cool because let me read that one because it has to do with. Remember when we talked about Sedna and Agunta from like the Inuit like mythology and like the creation story. So I'll read that because that one's pretty cool.
That Inuit was a rabbit hole, man.
What's our time?
We are at an hour and 4 minutes.
So this article is from 10 weird unsettling creatures from ancient folklore. We're just going to focus on the Inuit one because I thought it was super cool and it ties into like the Sedna and Agunta story.
Okay. Scroll down. What's it called?
So go back and guys, if you want to learn more about Inuit
Right
mythology, go back and see our episode on. I'll point to it right here, and Goose will put in the link. Okay, what episode? It was episode 17 or episode 18. I can't remember.
I'll find it.
Okay. So anyways, folklore around the world is filled with strange creatures, each reflecting the cultural fears, beliefs, and imaginations of the societies that created them. It's not too long of an article. These beings often served as cautionary figures, teaching moral lessons, explaining natural phenomena, or simply embodying the unknown. As we know, PJ, mankind has a fear of what it doesn't know. Below is a collection of the 10 weird... We're just going to do one. Because to get all 10, we had to pay for the article.
You mean the
From
cowpillar?
eerie water spirits to fearsome forest guardians, each with a unique story and significance with their culture. Okay, so the number one, this is from Inuit mythology. This is an Inuit cryptid. It's called, I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize to my Inuit peeps
Put
out
it
there.
in, go Google it and to see how to pronounce it.
Inuit. I'm an ESL. I'm an ISL
I'm gonna
student.
say- wait, let's. I'm gonna call up it. That's
I'm gonna do my best to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
hold on. I'll try it once.
Call up it.
Qualup Iluit. Qualup Iluit.
Wait, where did
I'm going to say Quipiet.
I'm gonna say
The Qualup The Qualupulit are one of the most enigmatic figures in Inuit mythology, known for their eerie presence along with the icy shores of the Arctic.
All right, hold on. Let's see what it's.
Yeah, Kalupillit. I was right.
Play it. There should be a play.
Let's go. It says it right there.
Yeah, but there's a way to play it.
It's a malevolent spirit or monster in Inuit mythology. The pronunciation. Do the AI pronunciation of it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Audio, right there. You see it.
We do our due diligence on the show.
Here, wait. I got it. I got something better.
Because this is how you pronounce it, folks, okay?
Calupiluit.
Oh, I was kind of right.
I wasn't even close, but that's okay.
Calupiluit. Look up images when he finishes.
I was
Pulit.
All right. Yeah, let's look at images.
A lot of vowels and double consonants in there that get thrown me for a loop.
It says it's French, but it's not. It's Inuit. Or what is Inuit from?
That's here. That's those are the
Arctic native Canadians or the Eskimos. That's how people. Eskimo is probably not the right term, but
Are they Alaskan?
up that way.
yeah, they would be up there in that area. I think there's more would be like Hudson Bay and like the Canadian Arctic basically.
It looks like what's that one? Sudoku? What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh, they look kind of like the black-eyed kids a little bit,
Oh yeah.
but like more menacing because they have like sharp teeth and like
Or no?
long limbs and stuff, and they look like
Jeff the Killer.
the pale
Tell us about them
from The Ring.
Wait,
Okay, yeah, I got
scroll
an
through
article in
some
front of
of
me.
these
Why am I guessing at what they are? I got an article here. Okay, they serve as a boogeyman myth within Inuit culture. While descriptions of this legendary creature, I'll lower my voice. This sounds more spooky. Legendary creature vary. It is often depicted as a humanoid with grotesque features, sharp claws, slimy greenish skin, and a foul odor. The Qualul, I still can't pronounce it. Well, I'm just calling them Quals. Are said to have webbed hands and feet, long fingernails, and are often described as wearing parkas, into which they stuff kidnapped children. They are also rumored to emit a series of hums and beeps. Oh, that's creepy. To lure unsuspecting victims closer to the edge of the ice. Okay. Only a couple more paragraphs. Inuit parents use the tale of the Qual-Ulpulit as a cautionary story to keep children safe. The legend describes these creatures lurking near the edges of ice floes, waiting to snatch children who wander too close to the water. The Qualls are said to take the children to their underwater lairs, never to be seen again. I imagine their lairs are kind of like the ice yeti from Star Wars that grabbed Luke and took him underground in that ice cave. I imagine that's kind of what a Quall's lair looks like. This story,
Bantha? Is that thing called
or the Banthas? Yeah, I think they're called the Banthas. Yeah. This story serves a practical purpose and instills a fear of the dangerous and unpredictable Arctic waters, ensuring children remain cautious in such
Wampa.
the Wampas. Okay. What's the other thing then?
This thing right here is what we're thinking about.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like I'm a little bit, so it's more abominable snowman looking.
Yeah.
A treacherous environment. They're more kind of like morose and like zombie looking.
I could beat up a Wampa. Tauntaun is the thing that Han Solo slept in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, continue.
Or he did it. He put Luke in it so Luke wouldn't freeze to death, yeah. In a treacherous environment. Although Inuit legend claims that a Qualls cannot be killed in its true form, stories tell of hunters outwitting the creature by tricking it into shapeshift. Oh, they can shapeshift too? They got freaking what's the famous shapeshifter we always talk about?
Skinwalker.
There you go. Yeah, I'm glad you're on it, Goose. Into a beluga whale. Oh, so they can.
Ooh, I don't like belugas.
They can disguise themselves. What you got against belugas, man?
They creep me out, dude.
Every
I think they're cute.
Creeps me out besides belugas.
I mean, I wouldn't want one to try to pretending. I want one LARPing as a qual and then attack me.
What's that really endangered whale?
Like every whale.
Yeah. Any whale that hasn't ended up on like a Japanese sushi menu.
There's
Come on, Japan, get it together.
Are you talking about the pink dolphins, the Amazonian pink dolphins, or
no? I'm talking about like a whale. It's I forgot.
Blue whale, humpback whale.
Anyway, finish reading.
Yeah, Nordic whale, sperm whale, or seals. The hunter
shark.
The hunter could then harpoon and kill it. I think whale sharks are technically sharks, but the Qualls.
Yeah, it's this one.
The Qualls myth also reflects the harsh realities of Arctic life. Yeah, I think the Arctic is not a safe place for kids to grow up in, just because like you could fall and drown in like ice. There's polar bears. It's cold all the time. It's a brutal environment to grow up in.
These ones are creepy to me. I don't like these ones.
That's why we have so much respect for Nanook on the show, because he had to grow up in that. In a region where the environment is as much a threat as it is a provider, stories like that of the Qual-Pulits, I apologize for butchering that, pass down crucial survival knowledge through generations. The Qualls embody the ever-present danger of the Arctic, a place where a moment's inattention could lead to disaster. This myth reinforces the need for vigilance and respect for the natural world, central to Inuit culture.
All cultures have that myth, like don't go over there by yourself because you might get, taken by John. And it's just to keep kids away from like swimming
dangerous.
holes
Yeah,
and stuff.
in Central America they have the La Lorena, right? She's gonna come and get you if you don't listen to your parents and wander off into the night. Beyond its practical implications, the Qual myth holds a significant place. Last paragraph. In Inuit cultural identity, it underscores the deep connection the Inuit have with their environment and their communal responsibility to protect the younger members of society. This legend, with its eerie and unsettling tone, continues to be shared in Inuit communities, preserving a piece of cultural heritage that is both cautionary and symbolic of the struggles faced by the Inuit and their Arctic homeland.
Well, there you go. Update on the cheese and the scary people. What do you say we get out of here on an AI song?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got a list of the things we talked about today. Let me pull up the old Suno.
Oh, for next week, if you guys want, I got a mass sacrifice of teenagers in ancient Turkey. I got an ADHD article from like the artificial food dyes and stuff. They're like oil based or they're like petroleum products that they feed to us and poison us with. And then they got the praying mantis aliens, which I really want to talk about. But I guess we can do that for next week.
That's terrifying. I don't like whales. They are so. This one scares me the most.
The right whale.
Yeah.
They're so nice, and they're like gentle giants of the sea. They're like a giant.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be where they are.
Look, if you saw that coming right towards you, you wouldn't tell me you would be scared.
Of course. It's a filter feeder, huh? It's got the baleen.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really endangered. I think there's only like 300 left.
Yikes.
Is there a way to protect them from Japanese fishermen?
No.
Just
They got dudes out on boats trying.
All right, let's go back to White Shot. Let's get this on.
No, all right. Hey, check us out. Comment.
maybe like we have some kind of technology that makes him like holographically look like Godzilla. Just scare the pants off Japanese fishermen, so they'll
Not a bad idea.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, comment, like, subscribe. We're going to get out of here with the AI song.
Sorry, guys, I didn't do
or
the
a plasma.
bet.
We give him a plasma weapon because you know how, like Godzilla shoots out that that plasma like projectile.
Oh, yeah.
To blow stuff up with. I don't know.
I didn't do too good this episode, but yeah, I took a break, so
We're good. We're back. Yeah, we're going to get out of here with AI song. So go ahead, like, comment, share, suggest. Do you have the email by any chance that you can pull up on screen?
no, sadly not.
It's fatallunchpodcast@gmail.com. It's right here. It'll be in post. Email anything, your ideas, your criticisms, pictures of your grandpa sleeping. We really like those.
Terrible.
But
Sounds like
yeah.
a Tim and Eric skit.
But yeah,
Can we have a watermelon with sunglasses next to the link? Is that possible?
it was already there.
Okay. Oh, it was. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It's back. So actually, it's going really fast towards the. Yep. Just phase through the camera. But okay, we're gonna get out of here. AI again. Please comment, like, subscribe. Find us at all our socials are all Fatal Lunch. So Instagram, TikTok.
We are the
X,
Fatal Lunch.
Yeah, X. We're on there. Follow us. Comment. Do all the things, and we love you.
Do we come up with a name for our fans yet, or the Fatal Fanatics,
The Lunch Ladies.
the Lunch Ladies? Okay.
No, I have no idea. They have to come up with that. We don't
Lunch
do that.
Lady Man.
Yeah,
Lunch
send us
Lady Man.
comment on this video what people who watch Fatal Lunch should be called, and we'll go from there. But okay, I got
Hopefully something a little easier to pronounce than Kuala Lumpur.
No, you just cursed it. Now that's what they're going to be called. They're all going to learn how to say it correctly. Kalilupulo it. So okay, I got a list of things we talked about. I already put in. I'm have a surprise style of music for us this time.
Go listen to the Sedna and Nagunta episode, which I think is episode 17. I think I probably talked about that already.
Or no, you should just watch all our episodes.
Go back and watch them all.
Because you need context for this, because we make a lot of inside jokes for all the people, for all the OGs.
So I got a list here. We've got the Myanmar earthquake, the Buddhists, Gangsta SpongeBob, Stoned Osaka, the Fall of Saigon, BBC Pigeon, Noah's Ark flood movie, Hebrew Pikachu, Cheese Heist, Man Arrested, Basketball Head Explosion, Folklore Creatures, Kuala Lumpur, Inuit, Belugas Are Scary, Endangered Right Whale, La Lorena, and Scaring Kids are just some ideas to get out of here at this song. So I guess I'll start it off real quick. I just entered a house and I had a basketball and I threw it at this lady's head. It was an accident, but now her head is gone.
Playing bones with my pal Monkey out late at night. We see Lorena is attacking us. We got to get out of sight. Buildings are crashing in Miramar. But my Buddhist boys are throwing up stuff on the social media. They're going to be stars.
I'm with Gangsta SpongeBob on the couch, getting stoned with Osaka.
I'm with the Inuit, and Kuala Lumpur just took my kid, and I don't know what to do. Oh, well, I guess I'll just ride one of these endangered right whales. Definitely not a beluga, because belugas are scary.
And
Monkey.
We'll end it there. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We love you.
We love you, everybody.
See you next time.
Come back next week. We'll have more fresh, hot, steamy, piping Fatal Lunch content for you.
Always.
That's what we do on this show.
Fresh, hot, steaming, and we pipe it right to you. All right, crafting your next hit. Take my phone off Silencio.
Jamaican BBC.
Songs are ready to play. Library.
Oh, Pal, did you throw in a lyric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Before, okay, we're going to do what we always do. I'm going to play the first one. We're going to react, and then we'll end. We'll fade out with the second one. It's called Kuala Lumpur, and it's bluegrass country rap.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget. like it so far.
I just entered a house and I had a basketball and I threw it at this lady's head. It was an accident, but now her head is gone, playing with monkey out late at night. The rain is attacking us, we gotta get out, buildings are crashing in Miramar, but my Buddhist boys are throwing up stuff on the social media. They're gonna be stars.
Turnaround is.
I'm with Fanta SpongeBob on the couch getting stoned with Osaka. I'm with the Inuit and Kuala Lumpur. Just took my kid, I don't know what to do. Oh well, I guess I'll just ride one of these endangered right whales. Definitely not a beluga, cause belugas are scary. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We love you. We'll see you next time.
I have a lighter.
I have one of those torches, a Minecraft torch. Here's the art if you're curious.
Bread's perfect.
Just a raining whale. All right. We'll see you next time. And we're back. Hey, so we're going to finish with the second one. We're going to fade out. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Come back next week.
Hopefully the people in that earthquake are okay. Thoughts and prayers, as they say.
Stay strong, Miramar.
All right. Later.
Out of beluga, cause belugas are scary. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We love you. We'll see you next time. SpongeBob on the couch getting stoned with Osaka. I'm with the Inuit and Kuala Lumpur. They just took my kid and I don't know what to do. Oh well, I guess I'll just ride one of these endangered right whales. Definitely not a beluga, cause belugas are scary. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We love you. We'll see you next time.